4th game of the weekend here. 3-0 so far, playing against the Metro Jets, which are in our division back at home. We played them twice so far. Beat them once, lost once. Should be a good game. We're at a point here in the tournament where we have to win if we want to keep advancing to the championship. If we lose, the ref just lost his whistle. Oh, he just saw. If we lose, there will still be like a consolation game, but got to win in order to advance. So, all right, starting lineup: Cam Hill and Cash Christian back at D. Declan Boyer at left wing. Got Braden Morris at center and Colin Peters at right wing. And that's going to be offsides. Behind the net, sends it up the boards. Up to Boyer, tries to get a shot off, but gets blocked. Burnick in net today. Nice save. Oh, man. Open ice check. Be okay. And a punch gets thrown. We're going to... minor penalty. I'm going to have to go down. Hi. Oh, you're okay. All right. Shot from the blue line from Bomer. We got Bomer and Short back at D. That's a goal. Ludlow, I'm pretty sure. Ludlow was the one that got tacked down by the boards here. All right, so we'll be back to 5-on-5, and we're up by 1 right now. Way to make it count, Broken. Back check there from Burnett. We've got Burnett, Ludlow, and Page up front. All right, we'll have Conrad and Hill back at D, Robbins, Myers, and Hepler up front. from Burnett, goes into the corner. Been a sloppy shift so far. Hill just tries to get it cleared out. And we're going to get a penalty coming against us to Robbins. And we'll get a whistle. They called a hook or a trip, I'm not sure which. But we'll be shorthanded here. We're going to have Short and Christian back at D.
Let's go, boys!
We'll have Morris and Denise up front. Nice. There we go, out of the zone. Sends it up the boards. All right, Short has it. Sends it up the boards. Not out though. And Christian skates it out. He's gonna have a chance to shoot. Oh man, hard shot, goes high. Short goes back with it. He's going to send it around. We got one of our forwards changed out, I think. Puck's tied up along the boards there. Comes out. And puck's out of the zone. Over to Ludlow and Peters, it looks like, up front. Penalty just ended. We're going to have Robbins. Oh, man, he would have had a scoring chance. Bounced over Robbins' stick. We've got Bomer and Christian back at D. Goes back into the corner with it, sends it up, and out of the zone. Robbins with the steal, dumps it deep, bounce, oh man, almost went in. We've got Conrad and Bomer at D, Ludlow, Burnett, and Page up front. Man, watch behind you. Puck's out of the zone. Puck's back to Bomer. Sends it up the boards. And up to Ludlow. Have it up to Hepler, or no, Page, sorry. All right. 6:15, up by 1. Hill and Christian back at D. Robbins, Myers, Hepler up front. same lines. Out of the zone. Robbins up to Myers. Myers still has it, tries to get it centered. And Robbins has it. Gets it back to Hill at the point. Hill shot. It's knocked down. Oh, the goalie knocks his own net off. Short and Bomer in a D. Morris at center. We've got Boyer at wing, and I think Peters at wing. There we go. Peters with the puck. He's going to skate it in. Boyer to his left.
Have a seat.
Morris with it behind the net. And stay on the back side. Stick. All right, we get it out. All right, we got Ludlow up front, Page up front, Burnett up front. Back at D right now, we've got Conrad and Short. And shot, big rebound. That's a goal. Make that 2 for Ludlow. All right, 2-0 Toledo. 3.5 minutes left to go in the first. We're gonna have Robbins, Myers, Hepler up front. Hill and Conrad back at D. All right, Myers over to Hepler. Hepler gains his own. Gets through some traffic. Shot still loose. Short and Christian in at D. We'll have Nice, Morris, Peters up front. Puck still loose. Christian has it, skates up the middle, he's going to drive to the center, and got a whistle, penalty. I don't know, man. Puck was still loose. I don't know. There's no penalty on that, so we're still playing 5-on-5, but I don't know why they blew the whistle. All right, we'll have Bomer and Conrad back at D, Burnett, Ludlow, and I think Page up front. All right, Finn's going to get a penalty. So we're going to be on the penalty kill here. Finn played the body instead of the puck. You got to play the puck too. If you get a shoulder on someone, they usually won't call it if you're going for the puck. If you only go for the body, not the puck, you're going to get a penalty. All right, so we will be on the penalty kill here. Burnett and Ludlow back at D. Or sorry, up at forward. We'll have, it's loud in here, sorry. We got Hill and Conrad front. Covers. We got 31 seconds left here in the first. All right, we'll have Short and Christian at D. We'll have Myers and it's like Page up front. Still short-handed here. And puck's out of the zone. That should about do it. We got about 10 seconds left. Far side pass. Nice. They called a penalty. Didn't at first. Took him about 5 seconds to raise his arm afterwards. All right. Well, one penalty is over. The other one starts. Bomer's out of the box. Christian goes in. I'm going to wait to put this up on the score clock because there's like 0.2 seconds left. So. End of the first. All right, start of the second here. We're gonna start shorthanded. We'll have about a minute and 29 seconds here on the penalty kill. We'll start with Bomer and short at D. We're gonna have Myers and Robbins up front. Up the Bomer. What's the whistle for? Oh, the door got opened up. There were little kids kind of climbing on one of the rink doors and it popped open. All right. We'll get a whistle here and face off here in the neutral zone. Bomer's got it. Bomer blocks a puck with his ankle. He's kind of hobbling a little bit. It's all right, though. Nope, it hits the post. That hit, the ref was right there. Went up, hit the post, came straight down. Puck's still loose and gets cleared out. All right. We got about 25 seconds left here on this penalty kill. Nice move by Myers. Robbins will get it in, get it deep. Get it deep, Jackson. There you go. Order that. Over to Myers. We get one of our D change out, both of our D change out. All right, we've got Hill and Conrad back at D. Penalties over. All right, we're back to 5-on-5. That was close to being a 1-2 game or a 2-1 game. Scrum in front of the net, and it looked like a wide open net. Ended up hitting the post, going straight down. All right. We've got Hepler, Peters up front. Morris. And Hepler dumps it deep. Conrad and Hill still back at D. All right, Boyer's gonna skate it in and dumps it in. Nice play. Nice play by Hill at the blue line. And Boyer dumps it in again. All right, Conrad dumps it in, and what is that, offsides? Or we're gonna get an interference call. We're gonna get interference on Hill. Metro player dropped his stick and Hill hit it away from him, which you can't do. If you do it on accident, it's probably okay. If you do it intentionally, you'll get an interference call. So, all right, so we will be shorthanded here again. All right, Ludlow's gonna have some room to skate. Shot, that's a goal. Hat trick for Roken after getting checked hard earlier in the game. He's making the Jets pay. It's a hat trick for him, shorthanded too. We're still going to be on the penalty kill here. So we'll have Short and Christian still at D, Ludlow and Page up front. Flipped out of the zone. We've still got about 45 seconds left on this penalty kill here. And Burnett covers. No, they're saying we're going to be 5-on-3 here. They're going to send Ludlow to the box. He just had a little push after the whistle. Someone, I think, hacked it, Max Bernick, and the kid fell. So they took him to the box here. So we're going to be 3-on-5 for about 35 seconds or so. We're going to have Bomer, Conrad, and Myers up front. So we can kill this off here. One of them's got to go. Or are they just going to let Myers kind of pressure? Bomer got a stick on that, not much, but got it. Clear it out. Puck's up to the blue line. Myers is going to pressure. All right, nice save. We're 4-on-5. He's got Jackson up. Oh, we can't get through. Jackson gets back on side. Myers shot. It's a body. We still got Bomer and Conrad back at D. Robbins and Myers up front. We got about 35 seconds left here on the penalty kill. We are still short-handed. We got to keep that in mind. All right, good. We get some fresh legs in. All Nice stick lift there from Morris. We got 3 guys in the corner. All right, up the boards, not out. Morris, get it out. To the blue line, not out. Pressure, pressure, don't just wait. All right, Bomer got a stick on it, and Bernick with the save. All right, and that penalty's over. Back to 5-on-5. Way to kill that off, boys. It's not tough having 2 men down for that long. All right, Bomer trips it up out of the zone, and nice stick lift from behind. All right, so we've got Bomer and Conrad still at D. We've got Morris, Hepler, and Robbins up front. Puck's chipped up out of the zone. All right, Hepler's got it. Skated in, centers it to Robbins. Oh, big rebound out front. All right, we get our D changed out. We've got Hill and Christian back at D. Myers on the back check there. All right, Hill's got it. Passes up to Myers. All right, we've got Christian carrying it in. This goes to the center. Shot, oh man, just a little high. Deep. All right, Hill's back with it. He might skate it here. Let's see. Passes back to Myers, and Myers skates it in. Tries to get it back to Hill. All right. Nice stick there from Hill. And puck's out of the zone. Myers skates it in. He's got Ludlow to his left. Oh, man. He's tired. We got a few kids out there for a while. All right, Metro in the zone with it. All right, chipped out of the zone here. Oh, it's still loose. The goalie, or the ref couldn't see it. He thought it was covered. All right, we'll have Short and Bomer at D. We'll have Ludlow, Page, and Burnett up front. Has it, passes up to Ludlow. Oh man, shot goes just high. The kids are tired. The first period was high intensity. Metro's coming with some steam here. Nice extension there from short. And he's going to skate. Centers it. Oh, just out of reach. That's going to draw. Oh, no penalty. We got lucky there. Morris over to Conrad. All right, we've got Hill and Conrad back at D. Peters, Boyer, and then we've got Myers just coming in off the bench. Hill's got it, tries to get it up to Peters. Oh, still by the skates, get it out. All right, perfect, out of the zone. About 2 minutes left to go here in the second period. All right, at least out of the zone here. That's offsides. That's good. Get a change here. We will have Short and Christian in at D. We'll have Hepler, Myers, and Robbins up front. Comes loose to short side. Have Burnett cover. Get it out, nice. All right, pucks up to Robbins. He's got Hepler towards the center. Robbins shot and goalie snags it. We're going to keep the same lines here. Myers circles behind the net. Up to Robbins, out of the zone at least to Hepler. Gets it deep at least. Line's tired. Let's see. Nice stick from Robbins there. Go. All right, good. Get it out of the zone. Robbins takes it in. Slap shot. Big rebound. Nice little move there from Christian. All right. End of the second period. Toledo's up by 3. Start of the third. We got Bomer and Conrad back at D. Sorry, video stopped here. Technical difficulties. We've got Ludlow, Burnett, and Ludlow's got it. Tries to get it past to the center. Ludlow, Burnett, and Page are up front. Goes to get it. He's got pressure, sends it up the ice to Morris. We've got Morris, Peters, and Neese up front. Nice stop from Burnick. All right, puck's cleared up to the point. Goes in the corner, sends it up the board, should get out of the zone at least, that's good. We'll get a change here. Alright, we've got Hill and Christian back at D. Came out this period with some pressure. All right, what's up to Myers? Got Myers with it. Robbins and Hepler are up front with him. Hill and Christian are back at D. Watch on the backside. Watch behind you, Cash. Robbins tries to pass it over. Gets it into the zone up to Hepler. Has it, gets it into the zone. Got Page and Ludlow are up front with Robbins. We've got Short and Bomer back at D. All right, Bomer's back with it. And sends it along the boards. Robbins has it, sends it up to Page. Nice stick there from Bomer. Give it out, guys. There we go. It's fine. About 8 minutes left in the third. Score is still 3-0. All right, we're going to keep Bomer and short at D. We'll have Burnett, Page, and Ludlow up front. Looks to Page, sends it to the net. Nice stick from Bomer there. Ludlow centers it. Oh man, it's still loose. All right, you got it covered there. All right, we'll have Boyer, Morris, and Peters up front. Hill and Conrad back at D. Skate it out. Oh, tries to get it deep. Comes back to Hill, back up the boards. And puck goes into the zone. Morris has it. Quick shot. Oh man, that was a nice shot there from Peters. All right. Second time the nets came off. So a lot of times the refs, if the goalie if they feel the goalie intentionally kicks his net off, they'll keep the play going. Well, the difference though, George, so like, both times so far this game, the goalie knocked his own net off. The refs will, a lot of times, they'll let that go, especially if it's kind of close, if there's an active play going on. Whereas if the net comes off because of other players or something, they'll blow the whistle. No, someone kind of ran into the goalie in your game. It doesn't matter. It wasn't intentional.
He slid over that.
All right, refs doing some work to the goalpost there to try to keep it in better. We've got Short and Christian back at D. Puck's going to come back to Christian. Slap shot. Oh, man. Slunk through. Still loose. Ref blew the whistle. I think he thought he had it gloved. All right, we'll have Robbins, Myers, and Hepler up front. Read there from Cash. All right, Christian skates it up the middle. And goalie grabbed it. Nice save. got Bomer and Conrad back at D. Up front, we've got Hepler, Robbins, Myers still. Bomer chips it up to Hepler. Hepler gains his own. Got Bomer and Conrad back at D. Bomer hits it up and rough bounce. All right, Bomer gets it out. Save from Bernick there. All right, 4:26 left to go here in the period. We get a full change up here. All right, we're gonna have Morris at center, Neese and Peters at wing, Hill and Christian at D. Nice stick there from Hill. Christian has it. Tips it up and out of the zone. All right, Peters. Oh, get it deep. That comes back to Hill. Over to Christian. Up to Morris. Got it. Sends it up the boards. And Hill's got it. Metro just changed. We've got tired legs right now. Let's see if we can get it deep and get a change here. Fresh legs. Here we go. Oh, nice save from Bernick, but no rebound. All right, we'll have Bomer and Short at D. We're going to have Robbins, Myers, Hepler up front. Less than 3 minutes to go here in the game. And tucks out of the zone, dump deep, empty, open net. So Metro's got their goalie pulled right now. Finn, behind you. Nice block there from Short. sends it around to the other side. Short's gonna go in. Get a center out, get up out of the round.
Good job. Good job.
Pucks to the blue line, bounces out. Here we go. Short has it, sends it down. That's going to go wide. That'll go for icing. It's all right. We'll get fresh legs. All right. We've got Ludlow, Page, Burnett up front.
Let's go, Bernie!
Got Conrad and it's like Hill back at D. And we still have a open net for Metro. Ooh, that almost slid in. Puck is out of the zone. Offsides. Send down on an empty net. That misses too. We'll get an icing. Stick with Hill and Conrad at D. We'll have Burnett, Ludlow, Page up front still.
Let's go, honey!
All right, puck's out of the zone. Page has it, sends it. That's a goal. Good job, Logan. All right, 47 seconds left to go here. Deep. All right, we get a whistle.
Can I do this? I want to do the camera for the last.
We're gonna play early tomorrow morning. I think at 7:20 East Central. So what? 8:20. 8:20 Eastern. That's the game. All right. Good job, boys. There's the Metro team again down the road. Third time playing them this year. We won 2, lost 1. Still undefeated for the weekend here. Early morning game tomorrow. We said 8:20 a.m. Eastern. I think we play tomorrow morning. So we'll see you guys then.